If Dak doesn't play the last week of the season, you can't sell me on why he played on Christmas Day. Hello, friends, and welcome into the DLLS Cowboys podcast. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Topic of conversation for the day is how are the Cowboys going to treat these last two games that don't matter, but they matter, but they count, but they don't. They don't count. They do count, but they don't matter.
The vibes.
We hear that Dak Prescott is going to play on Christmas Day, probably for TV ratings. But as they go down these last 2 weeks, are we going to see them trying to win two games? Are we going to see them kind of trying to win two games? And what do you want to see them do?
I think with Brian Schottenheimer as the head coach, I think you're going to see them try to win these last two games. He's been hell-bent on this whole culture thing, the whole vibes thing, and putting out this, to me, false narrative of building momentum to go in the offseason. Because you win these two games at the end of December and the beginning of January, no one will care about them in March. Like, that doesn't carry in on momentum. And also for his head coaching record, right? Like, in the back of the mind, you don't want to start your first year as a head coach and you have a losing head coaching record. So I think this is one of the things that Shotty will begin to push of trying to get this team to win these last couple of games, because it just looks good. And winning does feel good. It doesn't matter what you do. We talk about, when you win volleyball games, where I'm playing in the church league, it does feel good to win.
Yeah.
But
feels
I don't.
good to beat them deacons and ushers.
Well, that's not what the church league is.
I'm
but
just
sure,
saying.
it does. It does. It does feel.
Those
good.
are my favorite people.
Yeah,
Parking lot attendants.
It does. It does. It does.
Dunking over the parking lot attendants.
It feels good. It feels good to be. It feels good to be the senior pastor in the church league. So, yeah, I think they're going to try to win these last two games.
Yes, they're going to try to win. Shotty wants to win. Shotty does not want a losing record. He wants to have a winning record. And the players, when on the field, they're going to try to win. Dak is going to, you saw it Sunday. He's going to try his best. He's going to be out there. That's who he is. They're going to try to win. But this whole culture thing, I said it in the spring. And, this ping pong and shots, it don't mean nothing. Give me some players. It don't mean nothing. It's like when they had a three-game winning streak, after the bye, and how they handle the tragedy of Marshawn Lynch at a three-game. This is our culture. It's our culture. We got brotherhood. This is the best team we've had going into December we've ever had because of our culture. And you see, this is why this team sticks together, right? And again, I do appreciate, and you have to give them credit how they handled the Marshawn Lynch tragedy. But they put themselves back in position to get to the playoffs. Then they lose 3 straight games. Is that culture? Is that culture? Is that brotherhood?
No.
What was the brotherhood then?
No, it's football players.
Okay, what was the brotherhood then?
And coaches.
So now, and I said it, the really chance for you to build momentum, if you can do that, I think it's fake, as you said, because half the team won't be here next year. A lot of guys on 1-year deals. In March, they're going to have new players. They won't, that culture won't, that momentum won't mean anything. But if you had a chance to build momentum, it started with beating the Chargers, the last good team left on your schedule. If you at home in front of fans, and you look what the Cowboys did, they tried to win that game. That's why they moved Tyler Smith to left tackle. They were trying to win that game. They were doing everything they could to win that game, and they fell flat on their face. Whatever you do against Washington and the Giants don't mean a hill of beans. It matters a damn. Yeah. And so, yes, they're going to try to win. And Shotty acknowledged we're still going to be smart. Like Sunday when the game got at hand, we took Dak out.
Yeah.
And so I think they're going to try to win. Certainly this week, all bets are off for the season finale against the Giants.
That'll be preseason?
Is
that because this is a Christmas game?
Yeah.
Is it because it's a big time
game?
It
on TV and everything else. So, yeah, they're going to put their starters out there. But, and again.
If Dak doesn't play the last week of the season, you can't sell me on why he played on Christmas Day. Like, Dak's going to play this
because it's on TV.
It's Netflix too. Like, how much do they pay for it? Like,
Jerry's going to give them.
Jerry's going to give them.
It's a national game. It's a standalone game.
What channel is the last game on?
It won't be the only standalone game on TV that day. It won't be the standalone game on TV. You're still selling the brand of the Cowboys. You want the Cowboys fans to feel good about something on Christmas. That's what they're selling.
I'm tired. I don't want to be the brand team anymore. I don't want to be the brand team.
I don't think
It's
you have a
always been a
choice.
click team.
I don't want to.
It's gonna be like that
I
forever.
don't think you have a choice.
I don't want to be the because we're on this channel team.
You're a brand team. There's no question about that.
I don't want to be. I want out. How do I get out?
It's the brand's the star.
Cover a team that's not a brand team. That's how you get out.
It's Dallas. It's Cowboys.
I'm going to cover the
The
Go to the Jaguars.
going to cover the Jags. Small market team. You know, we'll go do
Whoever
that.
wins.
Like I don't know. I think I get it. Like everybody, not everybody. This is probably a question for Jesse. Because I remember like playing football. I wouldn't care the record. Like I want to go play.
Yeah.
But once you're talking about the stakes and the money and all that, my initial thought is, everybody wants to go play, but that's probably not true. When the season's over and you've got money on the line later and whatever else, there might be a lot of guys who are like, no, I don't really.
And they're beat up and they're beaten down mentally. This difference is, you want to go play because it's out of pure joy. When it's a job, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. And then you're beaten down mentally by the season, everything that's going on, and you're Christmas. I mean, you're already thinking about the off season. What you can do? You're thinking about next year. You're thinking about, am I going to be back? Where am I going to be? All that stuff comes to the mind, and Jesse certainly can speak to it.
Are there at least 2 games left? Eliminated. You try to evaluate the roster, I guess, see, who can stick out. I mean, are there any players that come to mind at least in that?
Yes, a ton.
But see, here's the thing, is that we're talking about 17, 18 weeks of football, right?
Right.
3 preseason games, just about an entire offseason. When you tell me that you're evaluating the roster, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know exactly who you have. You know exactly what you have in these players. Because if there was anybody that you were thinking about, like all that kind of other stuff, like I know exactly who each and every one of these players are. I know who we want to bring back next year. I know who's not going to make it on this football team next year. You don't need an entire season to tell me to evaluate players. Like that's to me that's coach speak. That's just saying something to say something. But Brian Schottenheimer has been in the National Football League for 20 plus years. Yeah. You telling me that he can't look up and watch film after a month and go, yeah, this player doesn't have potential, or this player does have potential. And 2 games is not going to change the way that I think of you as a player. It just isn't. Like nothing you can do in these next 2 games can all of a sudden magically change who like at any level. Like at any level, these next 2 games won't be a determining factor of what I think about you going forward. Because I know what you are.
Yeah, I would still rather see, I think Jaden Blue and Phil Maffa should each have 15 carries each of the next 2 weeks. I think Jay Toya should play 40 snaps each of the next 2 weeks. Like any young player.
To tell you what? To show you what?
Do you not get better at football playing football?
But you got nothing to lose, too. Like, keep that in mind.
And running backs, you don't know anything from practice because they don't tackle them. Okay. Like, I want Phil Maffa to play 40 snaps.
Okay.
Each of the next 2 weeks. I'm trying to find the guy.
And if he sucks, then what?
Great. Then I know he's not on my team next year.
But again, to Jesse's point, Washington ain't playing everybody. Johnson. I mean, what are you going to show? What can you prove against back in a glorified preseason game the last 2 weeks that you can show that he can play?
For Jaden Blue, I'd love to know if you can play at all.
But you won't find it out next year. Well, you'll find out next year in training camp. You might find out in the preseason next year.
Why would I find out better in training camp than I would in 2 football games?
Because we've seen who he was all season, right? He's shown you who he was all season.
No, because he hadn't played real football.
Well, he's
played in practice where you get touched and they go beep.
He's been out there. I mean, it's the reason why they put him down. It's the reason why they got the other guy up, right? I mean, he's been out. I mean, listen, I'm just saying in the last 2 weeks, is he going to be behind the first team offensive line? Who's going to practice? You going to play him but sit Tyler Smith?
I would definitely sit Tyler Smith because I'll tell you this. If in the next 2 weeks a good player is lost for next season, you asked for it. I'm sitting anybody that I can that is really, really important to next year. But we know they're not going to do that this week. Hopefully they do next week. But we'll see. We'll see. How are the Cowboys going to approach it? We appreciate you guys stopping by. And we will see you tomorrow, to get ready for the Cowboys to whoop up on the Commanders. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies. Merry Christmas.